points will also get lumped in with them because of the influence that the big pharmaceutical companies have in the media. It's one of those situations where there's a lot of like higher up corruption, where extremely wealthy pharmaceutical companies have an influence over what the media generally displays. So they're going to say that people are fucking crazy, even if they're trying to raise legitimate points about potential health risks. Like, obviously there are some people who are like, you know, fucking oils and crystals fucking crazy, but then you're also gonna get people who are like anti-vaccine that are in the medical industry.
Come here.
That doesn't even make sense.
Monkey, what are you doing?
You think it wouldn't, but people who are in the medical industry are like losing their jobs en masse right now for refusing to take the fucking vaccine because there's potential complications from it and they don't want it.
I want you to die, Super Saiyan.
Dude, one of my classmates was so retarded. Like, I don't know how he was in school. He was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna take any vaccines." Did you know you like you know what's in there? You get sick after you take it. Like, you know what kind of bad stuff they're putting in your body?
Yeah, you're supposed to get sick. They give you a little bit of it so you can get immune to it. Is he dumb?
He didn't know that at all. He's 16 years old. He didn't know that. I'm like, come on, dude.
I knew that at the age of
well, the thing with that though is it's supposed to be, generally speaking, most vaccines are like dead vaccines where you might get somewhat sick with a lesser version of it. But this one right now has the potential to give you a full-blown case of COVID, and you could fucking die from it. That's the issue.
Darn.
See, that's the thing. The mortality rate on COVID is really fucking low. Like, it has a 99.97% survival rate.
You're not the only one, brother.
Just not take the vaccine and take my chances with that, then take the vaccine and almost guarantee that I'm going to get it.
Man is gonna fight COVID spot on.
I just saved your life. There was a spy behind you, Creed.
You died. I want to play spy, but it's very hard to play him right now.
I'm not likely to catch it to begin with, so I'd rather not take it and increase my chances of getting it from the vaccine.
Apparently,
I've been gone without the vaccine for 2 years now, and I've been perfectly fine.
It's not a fucking vaccine. It's just a shot. Vaccines provide immunity. This fucking doesn't. I hate that fucking.
I've heard that black people are more susceptible to the coronavirus.
I don't think that's true, dude.
Okay, I gotta pick that one comment.
All I remember from taking the
that,
vaccine is my shoulder really hurting on the place where I got injected.
That's actually the result of media propaganda trying to get more people in low-income areas to take it, because they have a pretty low record of taking things like that. That's specifically media propaganda. There's propaganda about almost everything. Almost everything that's in American media is propaganda at this point. Like, even outside of like the expected shit, you've got all kinds of fucking commercials. You've got all kinds of media manipulation of information. There's so much fucking propaganda out there. Most people just don't recognize that it's happening. Not all of it is like intentionally malicious, but a large portion of it is.
The government is bees.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I agree with that.
Yeah, mate, the government are just a bunch of dumbasses.
Very often, and
at least the Dutch government is.
Specifically when it comes to fucking like conspiracy theories and shit, a lot of people who propagate conspiracy theories are influenced by like media to some extent. I remember discussing with someone a while back. Fucking.
Hey, Scratch.
God, what was it? Roswell. That's what it fucking
Scratch.
was. During Roswell, what was going on was that the United States was testing a new form of radar, and they didn't want the Russians to find out about it, so they did to spread rumors about aliens, specifically to discredit people who might be able to uncover what they were doing. And then the official statement that was given was that it was a weather balloon. It was specifically done to make anyone who might try to unveil the truth look like a deranged conspiracy theorist.
Hey, Scratch.
It was done to discredit people. What?
Scrat, what do you think about chickenpox parties? You know, back in the day when chickenpox was a problem, and mothers would send their children to people who had chickenpox so they could get an immunity to it.
Dishonor! Dude, you know what you just did? I was chasing a cloaked spy, and he went right next to you as you sticky jumped, and you killed him.
Darn.
Beating him with a bottle.
You guys do be goofing.
The other reason I don't want to take the vaccine is that what little studies we've been able to conduct since the vaccine has started getting rolled out is that natural immunity seems to be providing a better defense against it than the fucking quote-unquote vaccine is.
What's even in it? Why won't they tell us what's in the vaccine?
There's a couple of reasons. One, because it's being produced by different companies. They want to protect their, like, intellectual property. Because, you know, we don't want people to get sick, but we want to produce a lot of vaccines and make a lot of money, so we're not tell anyone what's in it so that it's be replicated by somebody.
Oh, that's what's happening with insulin right now, which is fucking pog.
Oh my god, yeah, insulin can literally... The person who's responsible for the patent of insulin sold the patent for a fucking $1 to make sure that it could be used by the general... And the fucking people who currently hold the patent are all fucking like hoarding that information.
The Dutch were planning to actually make you buy fucking tests, COVID tests, even if they were required. They basically almost made you force money on something you didn't even want to do.
Testicular torsion test?
That's one of the big things right now. One of the reasons why the media is pushing so hard for people to take the vaccines is because it makes big pharmaceutical companies a lot of fucking money. There's a lot of corruption going on right now in the medical industry because a lot of, like, you know, regular flu cases and shit like that are being reported as COVID because the government was basically giving fucking payouts to anybody that was, like, housing a COVID victim in one of their beds. So they're trying to make a fucking profit right now by claiming that everyone who's sick has COVID. That's why there's so many quote-unquote COVID deaths, is because a lot of them are just,
my God,
this
there was
person was in a hospital with someone who had it, cool, he also has COVID. They're literally just
At our
putting
school,
COVID
if you
down on paperwork
even
because it makes them
cough
money.
once, they send you home to get fucking tested. Like, no excuses, no nothing. You get home immediately. Even if you have a doctor's page that says you're just having a little bit of a flu, you go home immediately.
Well, yeah, if you have a little bit of a flu, of course they're gonna send you home.
No, but if you get like a doctor, it's like a doctor gives you like a little letter that says, yeah, he has the flu, no benefits. You immediately still get sent home. But if it's proven by the doctor himself that you don't have COVID.
Doesn't matter. You'd still get sent home for the flu anyway.
In our school you don't. Well, we didn't before. Now we do.
The flu is extremely
I won't complain, to be honest, but it's annoying trying to do a self-test. Like, I have to take a bus because I did an eye surgery, and I can't. I see double, basically. So I have to take a bus. It has to take like 2 to 3 hours in order to get from school to home, based from back and forth. That's scum. And even if I'm like negative.
Hey, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, and even if I say I'm negative, even if I show I'm negative, if I get another cough case after that, like a day afterwards, I still have to go home. Again.
Do you not have in, like, school testing kits?
What? How did that...
Our school has, like, rapid testing, so if they
For
think
some
it
reason we have to do self-tests at home. I don't know why. They force us to do it.
Okay, so here's kind of the reason I ended up being really fucking weary of all the media coverage of shit related to COVID was specifically because the media was going fucking apeshit, calling people fucking racist and denying any potential of it coming out of a fucking Chinese lab. When there was fucking proof that only like a year before this happened,
Scratch, are you basically saying that anti-vaxxers are kind of right?
Don't put words in my mouth. there's a lot of
will.
different
I can
people.
put something else in
Okay,
your
so
mouth.
that's another one of those like fucking blanket statements that the media likes to use to keep people from talking about shit. Because if they manage to lump you in with the quote-unquote crazies, then every argument you make and everything that you say is now completely invalid to you.
We're not anti-vaxxers if it's not
No, that's
the
the
vaccine,
thing.
you
I'm not an
retard.
anti-vaxxer. This isn't a fucking vaccine. I'm perfectly happy taking fucking shots for like tetanus and all this other shit. It's this one that I have a problem with because it's not an actual fucking vaccine. This is
Yeah.
not a vaccine. Vaccines provide immunity to disease. This does not, which means it's not a fucking vaccine.
So I've taken every
Full
other
stop.
vaccine, so how can I be an anti-vaxxer?
Yeah, me
So-
too. I've taken.
Fuck.
I got
Specifically
every
what I was trying to say
my mother was
was-
against vaccines before, but we convinced her. Like,
Again,
against
like,
every vaccine,
you're
not
mixing
just
totes and totes
COVID.
fucking point, Bolo.
No,
I'm
not
saying
that.
specifically, I'm fine with vaccines. Tested. This fucking shot they're trying to get people to take is not a vaccine, and that's why I don't fucking want it, and I don't think
What do
people
you?
should be
What
taking
is it then in your eyes? I get
I
it's
don't
not a
fucking know.
vaccine.
There's no good classification for this, because it's supposed to take the vaccine, but it doesn't. It doesn't for fucking immunity. That's the defining characteristic
For you
of a vaccine
personally.
is that it provides
Not for
immunity.
anyone else, but for you.
If we have to take 5 fucking shots in order to get a semblance of immunity that's not even fully effective, then it's not a fucking vaccine. And that it means that they need to go back to the fucking drawing board on it. Like, imagine if this were happening any other time of the year, right? Like the regular fucking like seasonal flu is going around, and they're like, take the shot, take the shot.
The reason why they're doing it is because we didn't expect it, basically. Like the Black Plague, if you expect a disease, like if you understand it immediately, okay, you can pretty much easily create a vaccine. But COVID
Well,
came
I
out of
mean, like-
nowhere, spread really fucking quick, and no one had an idea on how to handle it besides washing your hands, which I'm pretty sure is not even that effective.
I'll put it like this: if it's really as fucking dangerous as they're saying, why the fuck isn't everyone like wearing gloves, and why don't we have
Scratch.
disposal receptacles for fucking masks?
The reason
why
why
aren't we
people
treating
think,
this
like-
an infectious disease? Like
It's not dangerous to
that
everyone.
dangerous.
It's most dangerous to vulnerable people like children. Well, I don't
Yeah,
sure,
it
but
literally
basically
just
old
kills
people.
old people and fucking kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking, like 1 in 48,000 people that will die from this are going to be like not fat, old, or already infirm because of disease.
I'm now fat because of the coronavirus.
Like,
Got my hook.
am I not going to get this by like a massive fucking percentage? But even if I get it, I have a 99.97% chance to fucking survive it. I have no reason to take this experimental vaccine that's causing complications for no
Neither do
fucking
I.
reason.
As someone who experienced complications and then got COVID, get the vaccine. You fucking
But
dumbass.
if you have like
God.
asthma or like any other, if you have like asthma or like any other lung disease, yeah, get the
I
vaccine.
literally had a 1 in 12 million complication, which was heart issues for like, I had to go in the hospital for like 12 days. I don't care. I still
At least you're still
got it
here,
because
Kai.
it
That's what
matters.
matters. At least you're still here.
Alright, listen. You know how Bolo
Okay,
said,
but
oh wait,
you're
yeah,
saying
I just
you
want
got
the
the
kids
vaccine,
and old people
had
to die.
complications, and had COVID, and you're still alive?
Yes,
Then why the fuck would I even
This
get the
man,
vaccine?
this man is a
handle
trooper.
COVID.
This man is a
You realize that,
trooper.
right?
The thing is, though,
He got
the vaccine is
complications
it
from
helps
it,
your
and then
immunity.
he still got COVID anyway, and he's still
It doesn't
fucking alive.
prevent, it helps your body deal with it when you have it. You realize that. That's what it does.
Then that's not a fucking vaccine.
What a vaccine does.
the thing I find weird is that, Bolo said I won't get the vaccine because I just want my kids and, their grandparents to die or whatever. What's the point of getting it if they're gonna die anyways from COVID? If you...
It's to help
You're not
resist
gonna
the
stop me.
virus.
I'm not gonna bother going out and getting a fucking shot that can provide me with potential complications if it doesn't even prevent me
Scratch.
from
Let's say
fucking
it like this. Scratch. Let's say it like this. If you are like, if you have lung complications and that stuff, go get the experimental vaccine. It could help. You never know. It's insurance. But if you don't trust it, you don't trust it. But if you have actual complications like
God, monkey,
lung
no.
disease, asthma, that stuff, you should probably get it. Even if it's
What's the point of
experimental,
getting
it's still a
it if
chance
it
to help
doesn't do
you.
anything. That's the thing I don't get.
Bro, my game just fucking glitched so hard.
Oh,
I got a
Burger
fever
last
for a
thing.
day, and my arm was sore. That was it for me. Then it was over.
Yeah, for me as well. The point
I
where I
never
got
got the
where the
virus,
needle went, it just
but it
went
did
a little
get
bit
the
sore, and I
vaccine
couldn't move it
anyways.
very well. But that's basically it.
Also, the
Right.
complication I had was my body was so aggressive at fighting it off, it caused my heart to inflammate a bit, and that was the only side effect. It was
So
just
you
my
beat the
body was
shit out
too
of
good
COVID
at
so
killing it.
hard, you accidentally beat the shit out of your heart.
It made my body, like, the reaction was just that volatile because it was good at killing it.
Oh my god, guys, I took the
extremely
coronavirus
We're all
vaccine.
happy you're still
So
here.
good at killing your body.
Suffering from
I've
success.
won, but at what cost?
My body likes
See,
to try
that's
to do that.
that's
every
one of the
so
reasons
often.
I'm not interested in getting it. Is because I was sick a lot as a kid, and because of that, my immune system is really,
Guy.
really fucking strong.
You
so
are
I'm not
literally
even
the
slightly
embodiment.
worried
I've
about it.
won, but at what cost?
Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna die from
The
the
thing is,
coronavirus.
it's to strengthen your immune system to that specific type, because it's
Hey,
not like
Spooky
it
Doctor,
doesn't,
I just realized
it doesn't
none of my
work
friends
like a
know
normal
what
cold.
your
So
name.
Fuck up
your
that
body's
badly.
your body's measures to kill like the common cold wouldn't work as well against it because, well, it's a different thing. You have to kill it differently essentially. Your body has to learn how to kill this specific thing because it's unlike most other things.
Dear God, Burger Blaster.
It won't have stronger recoil. Help me.
Oh God,
And
I
have
had
a
nothing
force
but
of
an ambi
nature.
once and I got strong
I feel, you know what I feel
You're just
really?
standing around that sniper.
I feel bad for the people that don't have an immune system. Like, what is it called again? I don't know what it's called. Basically, you don't have an immune system. You have to live in a bubble. Yeah. I feel sad for those people. Like you never get to get
should
out
kill
instead,
themselves at that
unless you have like a bone marrow transplant or something like that. Bone marrow.
Fuck you, get a
spine,
transplant of
Bubble.
bone marrow.
Bubble.
dead people.
I mean, some guy managed to get a transplant for his arms. It was a U.S. Army veteran. After he got his arms and legs blown off. His body's fighting him off, so he has to constantly take
Something
medication.
inside of your bones. How do you...
You want to talk about the
do you
most
do that?
important surgery that
How do you
mankind
get a
has ever
transplant for
produced?
something
How
that's
about a
literally
fucking
inside
penis
of your
transplant?
I want to get 12-inch horse
Outta
bone
here.
on it.
No,
In the
you don't
future,
need
we'll be able to attach
we can get a
penises.
horse.
We'll be able to buy penises from a store and just attach
I
them.
just want my
Well, I mean, you literally
We have 12-inch on sale right now. Black balls.
No.
Get them once, get them now. They're only here for a few weeks.
That's kind of how modern surgery works, but not like
Limited time only. You can just
it
say
depends on
anywhere.
what kind. You can kind of get some like you can choose
Every
how
single
big
time
you
you
want
buy a
technically because
12-inch
you have a
penis,
skin
a
graft
small,
in your arm or
small
your
part
leg.
of the money
I
goes to the
joined
balls
this game again
corporation.
after fucking months, and I get auto bounced fucking immediately.
Great job, Burger.
Every single
Burger
goddamn
Blaster, we're
time.
talking about ball transplants now.
Why? Why Midas Spencer? What does everyone have against my Spencer?
I like dispensers. They make me feel nice.
God damn it. It truly is the best melee weapon in the game.
The direct
Kyle,
hits.
you're 100% a twink.
Please.
Gay, absolute.
Dude, he's legitimately a
Come here,
softie boy.
bitch.
There's no doubt in my mind he isn't.
Scratch hasn't talked in a while. He's probably brain blasting about the vaccine.
Dude,
Scared.
why are
No,
you
I'm just waiting for everybody else
on
to shut the
people?
fuck
You
up.
are such a low-life retard. Seriously.
Thanks, Luigi. I love you too. Mwah.
Bro, can you stop fucking blasting?
Gay people.
You're literally blasting your name.
Among Us?
Scratch.
Among Us?
I will help
Is
you.
that the dog from Among Us?
Behold, my ultimate weapon. Behold,
Hey yo, is that the
my
stripper
ultimate
from
weapon.
Among Us?
Yo, Luigi, what's the problem with hitting the top button, bro?
And also boot.
I don't even have a real problem.
This is the mantra. It's
No
like I'm
reason.
See, I'm happy to take
Everybody got killed.
I'm happy to
Stop
take a
being such a baby.
quote-unquote vaccine so I can see my grandma again. I love her. She's a great woman. You wanna know something funny? I haven't seen my grandma in
Like,
2
even
years.
if you have a strong immune system, you probably should get the vaccine to like protect others.
The vaccine
everybody
does
else.
nothing. You still get it
Alright, let me me tell you a story. It's nothing to do with the vaccine.
That's not a legitimate argument.
I didn't see my
depressing as the grandma
You're getting it entirely.
I didn't see my grandma for 2
It's to make it
years.
so you're better at fighting it off when you do get it.
What the fuck
Burger,
is
fuck
a
off.
llama eater?
Oh, this kid's talking smarter than you all.
You're
See,
wanting
that
to
fucking
do
argument of it makes you better at fighting it off. I don't really give a shit about the difference between being 99% good at fighting it off and being 99.9% good at fighting it off. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a complete loss at that point. Because I'm like, my body is already so fucking good at resisting
I'm
disease
kinda
that I'm not even slightly concerned.
Alright, boys, just stop talking about the vaccine and let me talk about the dumb vaccine. Let me tell you a story. I haven't seen my grandma for 2 years, and my birthday was like a month ago. She fucking came to the door, and I did not recognize. She had like long. Normally, she was like short hair. No, not fat. You know. She came as a fucking beast. She was fat, long hair. She looked like a fucking hippie.
They kind of sound
She
like my
literally,
grandma.
I did not recognize her for a solid 60 seconds before I realized she was my grandma.
So you're happy to see a
you stared at
giant,
that stranger.
fat, hairy hippie like you said?
Yeah, basically.
You people are
But she's
insane.
still nice, but
You
it was
fucking
just a
answer the
very...
door and you're like, who the fuck is
very
this
big
homeless
surprise.
person trying to hug me?
Hey yo, the 90s called, they want your hippies back.
Darn.
Man, that's meant to your grandma, man.
So I'm
I'm
looking
sorry,
at my
Grandma, if you can hear this, if you're somewhere in your house playing with your dog, I'm sorry, but I just didn't recognize you.
Darn.
You're just...
I guess if it's your grandma, she might.
grandma
And my other grandma didn't... My other... Not the other end, my other grandma looked exactly the same.
Find me, coward.
Bitch, I'm wearing the danger shield.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Suck
You
my
got extinguished.
balls. You fucking pirate.
No, I'm not gonna suck them, I'm underage, that's illegal.
So am I.
Hey, Loogie, are you
not
so
so
angry at me for
double
taunting?
Well, it's still kind of illegal, but...
Oh god.
I don't care, Burger Blaster. I'm using the flare gun.
Hunter's on the other team, I'm gonna email you
Such a
now.
good name.
Danger shield.
Fucking Burger Blaster, I love you.
Oh, I remember the point I was
Here,
trying to
let's
make
get it.
earlier.
Hunter, I'll kill you.
One of the main reasons that I don't
Coming for
trust the
you.
media coverage about the vaccine was because they were openly fucking lying about the possibility of it coming out of a Chinese laboratory. Because just a year before that, there were two Chinese nationals caught smuggle
But I do
Ebola
not
out of
support the
fucking
media.
Canada.
Scratch. No politics
Media
is
is
dinner
dumb.
table.
No matter what.
Wait, Ebola out of Canada?
Yeah,
Didn't Ebola
about a
come
year
from, like,
before all
Africa?
this shit kicked off with COVID, two Chinese national scientists were caught trying to smuggle fucking samples of Ebola out of a class 4 lab in Canada.
That's not Burger, you fucking
Bolo,
bitch.
you obviously do because you kept on talking about how we want to kill our kids for not getting it.
What the fuck are you talking about?